Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Nicole. I make videos all the time about different subjects and I would love to have you as a subscriber, so please subscribe down below and let's get into today's video. Okay, so for today's video I wanted to talk about what it's like to live with diabetes. I am a type 1 diabetic. I have been one since I was 9 years old, which was 18 years ago. I'm just going to give you like a little background about how we discovered that I was diabetic. I did have a lot of stomach aches when I was in like kindergarten through 4th grade. I was constantly at the nurse's office. They thought maybe I was just like a very anxious and nervous kid, or I wanted to get out of class or something like that. I was constantly in the nurse's office. I had stomach aches and I started to develop like heartburn. So my mom took me to the pediatrician and, she just suggested me not having any like spicy foods to see if that would help, which it did not. So they decided to test my urine and there was a lot of glucose in it, which is sugar. And a normal blood sugar for a normal person is about 70 to 100, and it showed that mine was over 400. So the pediatrician told my mom, go home, pack your bags, you need to take her to Children's Hospital now. And I just remember I was only, I was 9. Yeah, I was 9 years old. And it happened in February. Over Valentine's Day, I remember I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital for 4 days, and I just remember making all the nurses little Valentine's Day cards, and yeah, I just really remember that. But so basically, I was there for 4 days. They determined, yes, I am a type 1 diabetic, which was called a juvenile diabetic, meaning you're younger when you got it. And they just, over the 4 days, they started me on insulin. They taught me and both of my parents how to give an injection. We were not allowed to leave the hospital until they were able to do that. And I just remember my dad was like, I am not giving her a shot. Like, I can't do it. And, but he ended up doing it because we weren't allowed to leave until he did. So, yeah, I spent 4 days in the hospital. And then I got to go home, and those 4 days to me felt like forever because I was out of school, and when I went back, like, it felt like forever. But anyway, here we are now, and I've dealt with it for 18 years, and, some days are better than others. It's annoying that, like, I'm not normal, and I constantly have to give myself insulin shots. I was on just injections for quite a while. I did go on an insulin pump when I was in 7th grade. I did it for a year, and it didn't seem to help me. The cord was super, super long, and I remember the first night I got it wrapped around me, and I remember waking up because it flew across my room and smacked the wall. It had come out because I got the cord wrapped around me, and it was just a nightmare. I hated it. I gained 40 pounds while I was on it because basically you just press a button. They didn't really explain it, or I didn't take it the right way. Whatever you eat, you just press a button and get more insulin. So I was eating constantly, so I gained 40 pounds, and I was like, this is not helping me. So I was like, no more, I'm not doing it anymore. So then I went back on injections, and I've actually been on the insulin pump again for about a year and a half now. It's been a great experience the second time around, I think just because I'm older and I understand more about it, but I just wanted to show you what all goes into being a diabetic and what you have to go through every single day, and just the stuff that I use. I did change my pump yesterday. I wanted to show you how I did that, but maybe in a vlog I can do that, or it might be a little too much for some people to watch. But I will show you all of the components to the insulin pump and my sensor and everything. So first I just wanted to show you my meter. Just comes in this little pack here. And it is the Contour Next Link meter. Just this cute little thing. And you take the end off, and it is a USB, so you can plug it into your computer. And it downloads all of your blood sugars, and you can kind of see how you've been doing. I've only done it once. I'm not like real good with computers, so I just kind of forgot about it. But anyway, it's just really cute. And it does link my blood sugar to my pump, which is really nice. I don't have to manually put it in, so that's really nice. That's why it's a link meter. But anyway, that is the meter itself. These are the little test strips, the Contour Next test strips. And if you can see the little test strip, you just put it in. Beeps when it comes on. And then it just says apply blood. And I use this One Touch Ultra. I just really, really like this kind for some reason. I've always used this kind. And you know, you just put it on your finger, click the button, you get a little sample of blood, you put it onto the test strip, and it then tells you what your blood sugar level is, and then it links it to my pump. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what my pump looks like. It is by Medtronic. It is a mini med. The insulin is in a little cartridge right in here. It does have a long tubing, and then this little pink gadget. You clip it onto your body, and it delivers the insulin to you. I'm not going to show you. I have it on my stomach. Usually, you just put it on your stomach. That's where I do it. I know you can do it, I think, like on your sides or like kind of towards your back. That just freaks me out. I just do it on my stomach. I change it every 3 days, and yeah, I just keep it on my stomach. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to show you the insulin that I use. I use Humalog. This is what it looks like in a little vial. And you just pop the little top off here. And then this is it's called a reservoir. Is how you draw up the insulin to put into your pump. And it has on the end a little needle here. You just pull back. You need to put some air into the vial so you can drop the insulin. It's just easier. So you just put that on the top. You push down to put some air. Flip it upside down. And then kind of with the force of the air, it will kind of draw down itself. But you just draw up how much you need, how much your doctor tells you. I do the whole 3 milliliters because that will last me the full 3 days. So I don't have to change it more than every 3 days because it is a hassle, honestly. So anyway, when you get the desired amount you want, you just pop that back off. You twist the top of this, pull it off. That's where the needle was to drop the insulin. And then you just twist off this bottom here. I'll show you how you put it into your pump. But this is it's called the infusion set. And there's a little tab here. You just pop the top off. And then you have to undo the tubing. You have to do it real gentle or it will pull the whole thing out because I've done that before. But anyway, so here's the tubing. And I don't know if you can see that, but right here there's a needle guard on it, but that's the needle that's going to go into the area you're going to put your pump on. So here's our insulin. You pop it on and you twist it. It clicks so you know that it's in place. And then because I already have mine hooked up, you just put this into the end of the pump and you twist it. And then it'll go through a process of priming the tubing, which means just to get the insulin from the cartridge all the way through the tubing and ready to go into your tissue. So, after that is done, you're ready to put the infusion set in. And when I first had to do this, I was in my kitchen. I made sure I was doing it on a day off. I didn't have to work. I didn't have to do anything because it was stressing me out. I was so nervous about it. Yes, I had done it before, but I was, 12, 13 years old, and my mom, I don't even know if I did it myself. I think my mom did it for me. So I don't remember really how it went. I don't remember. But I was so nervous, and I was by myself, and I was freaking out. And it literally took me, and I'm not joking or exaggerating, an hour. I stood in the kitchen with this pressed up against my stomach, but I was too afraid to push the button because once you push the button, it real quick goes in. And it's like, oh my gosh, it is gonna hurt. Come on, it's a needle. Of course it's gonna hurt. But I just could not press the button. My hands were sweaty. My mom came home from work. I was doing it at my parents' house. My mom came home from work. She's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm trying to put my pump on, but I'm scared. I'm freaking out. I can't do it. I said, I've been standing here for 45 minutes. I just can't do it. She's like, do you want me to do it? I was like, no, I don't want to do it at all. And I started crying, and I threw it, and I just, I'm not doing it. It's just scary. Who wants to dart a needle into them? Come on, who wants to do that? But I finally did it, and it was not bad. And then the next, after 3 days, I did it again. It took me about 20 minutes to finally get enough confidence to do it. Then, it only took me 5 minutes, and then it's it takes me 2 seconds. I could do it in my sleep. I've been doing it for a year and a half now, so it's fine. But it's scary at the beginning to do it. But anyway, so you have to take... I'm not actually going to do it because I don't want to ruin one of these. But there's a wrapping here. You take that off, and you have to pull away all the plastic and then the needle guard. And you pull back. There's 2 little tabs on here. You pull back. It brings the needle down so you can stick it up against your skin and you won't feel the needle then. But then you squeeze the 2 sides together and then it goes in. And then you have to pull it out. When you pull it out, the needle comes out, and the needle comes out, and the little tubing is left inside of you. So the needle does not stay in you. You pull the needle out, just like if you've had an IV before. They have to put it in with the needle, but they take the needle out, and the tubing's left in your skin. That's exactly how this is. But yeah, then if that's not bad enough, then my doctor wanted me to wear the sensor, which you wear constantly. You change that every 5 days, and it monitors your glucose level every 10 minutes. It will bring up a number on your pump, and I'm not wearing it right now because I lost the little transmitter. I think my cat was playing with it. I cannot find it anywhere, so I ordered another one, and it's hopefully coming soon, but I don't have it to show you. But yeah, if that's not bad enough, this little contraption inserts the sensor. Now, to put the pump on, it took me an hour to get enough confidence to do it because I was freaking out. This took me almost 2 hours because look at this thing. It's scary. And so this goes up against your skin. The little infusion set, you lay it flat, you put this down on it, and you pull up, and the needle's in there. The needle, it's probably, 2 inches long. It is scary. Do not look inside of there, because when I saw that needle, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. That is not going inside of my stomach. Freaked me out so bad, so don't look at it. I don't remember it being that long, ever, because I had done this before, and I was like, I swear they sent me like 3 times the size of the needle I need. But no, I don't know. It's just long and it's scary looking. But anyway, so when you're ready, I'm just going to demonstrate on my hand. When you're ready, you put it on your stomach, and it needs to be close. I try to keep it on the same side as my pump, but because I have to change the pump every 3 days and this only every 5 days, it goes on opposite sides. It just happens. But if it's not close enough, the sensor can't pick up your pump, and it won't transmit your glucose level to your pump. So it starts beeping. Then you have to, it's just very frustrating. I honestly hate wearing it, but it's helpful, so I do it. But so you put it on your stomach. You press this green button once, which gets the needle ready. And when you let go is when it darts into your stomach. And I mean darts. And once you push that button, there's no going back because the needle's coming. So it's just freaky because, the needle is so long. It's just freaky. But anyway, so you push it, the needle's ready, you let go, it darts into your stomach. You have to wait about 10 seconds because the adhesive has to stick to your skin. So you wait about 10 seconds, and then you push and you hold and you pull up, and then this thing comes off. So you're left with the needle in your skin, and it has like a plastic thing about this long, and you squeeze it and you pull it out, which is the needle. You're pulling the needle out of your skin. The whole process is very scary, and hopefully there's some of you out there that is going through the same thing, and because it's frustrating. I already have to wear the pump, which is annoying because I have to wear it 24/7, and it's like, I hate it being attached to me, honestly. It's just annoying. And, when you have to get a shower, you have to take it off, put the clip on, get a shower. Then when you get out, you have to remember to put it back on. When you go swimming, same thing. And when I went to the beach last year, like, I'm in the ocean most of the day. That's just what I like to do. And the adhesive, after you're in the salt water for so long, it won't stick. So it was coming off. So I literally had to change the sensor in my insulin pump every single day. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, come on. It's very frustrating. But I hate complaining, but I just want to be real with you. Like, it sucks what I have to go through. I'm not trying to, like, get pity or anything. Like, I know there's people worse off with, terrible things going on, and they're, constantly in the hospital. They have to have ports. They have to have surgeries. Like, yes, I just have diabetes, but it still sucks, and it's still annoying. But anyway, yeah, hopefully you got some good information. I just wanted to let you know what it's like to deal with this disease every single day. I do check my sugar in the morning for breakfast. I check it before I eat lunch, before I eat dinner, and then before I go to bed. Because you don't want to go to bed with it being low or high, because bad things can happen. Like, you can go into a coma. So it's nice to have the sensor on because it does alert you. You can set, I think mine's set at like 70. So if my blood sugar gets to 70, it will alarm that I'm going low, and it will keep alarming until I do something about it. Same with it going high. If it goes over 250, it will alarm. And if I don't give myself insulin, it just keeps alarming. So it's good. Those features are very good. I just hate wearing it, honestly. I think people just assume you're diabetic, you can't eat sugar. And that's not really the case. Like, everything has sugar in it. It's just, like, don't be eating ice cream and chocolate and fast food every single day, like, you can't do that. And if you do, your sugar is going to be crazy. And, I was in denial for quite a while. Like, I did good when I was younger. Then, like, towards the end of high school, I'm just like, I'm sick of, I had it for 10 years. I'm, sick of dealing with it. I ate and did whatever I wanted. And, my sugar went crazy, and, bad things can happen. You can go into organ failure, you know, your kidneys will stop working. You can go blind, you can lose a limb. There's just so many things that can happen being diabetic and not taking care of yourself. And I, you know, didn't take care of myself, and it's still like a constant struggle. I'm working on it. Right now my A1C is 8.0. I am going to get it done next month, I think on the 11th, and hopefully it's under 8, because I've been like 7.9, 8, 8.1, like for the past month, or not month, year. And I think my lowest was 7.5, and they wanted to be at about 6. I have never been at 6. I think mine was like 14. I think it was 14. It might have been 11. I don't know, but it was high when I first got diagnosed. But right now I'm sitting at about 8, which is not good. So I'm gonna really try to get it down, especially, you know, if, you know, I want to have kids, and it's very dangerous for me and for, you know, the baby to have my A1C at that, have my blood sugar not be stable and not at a good level constantly. So I need to work on that, because I do want to have a family. If you guys have any questions, you know, I'd love to answer them. If you have any tips, if you're diabetic, any tips, or if you just want to share your struggle, yeah, go ahead and leave me a comment. I'd really like to chat with you about this. I don't have any friends that are diabetic. The only person in my family that's diabetic is my aunt, and she was 32 when she got diabetes, so I'm just kind of like the oddball. Like, I don't know why it happened to me, but it did. Hopefully my kids won't have it. That is one thing that would devastate me, but if so, we'll deal with it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this little video. I really enjoyed making it. If you want me to do more videos explaining things or showing you how I put my pump on, how I put my sensor on, checking my sugar, maybe like a day in the life, what I eat, how my sugar is throughout the day, just anything. I'd love suggestions. Yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.
Just be careful. Love ain't simple. Promise me no promises.